So my name is Shiori and I'll be presenting on my proposal for CNO on assignment 2 and 3. This will be my research title, Social Media and Leadership Communication, Why Social Media is Still Not a Popular Internal Communication Tool Between Leaders and Their Co-workers. So I'll be giving you a brief overview of my topic. It is actually very important for leaders of businesses to join and engage in conversations because leaders need to know what their consumers think of their brand and what they're talking about their brand. A recent study was also conducted by Brand Fog that indicates CEOs who use social media are better equipped to lead, mainly because CEOs who use social media to communicate they are able to better engage with their customers or their consumers, and this will lead to an improvement in their brand image as well because they're actually engaging with their audience. The aim of my research is to investigate and better understand why social media is still not a popular means of internal communication because there is a rise in the use of social media today as well, but not as an internal communication tool. So these are my operational definitions. Leadership communication. What I understand is that it's basically how leaders create meaning in the messages that they deliver to their subordinates. And social media is basically like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. They're just a set of technologies and channels which are used to create a large community of people across the globe to communicate with one another. And this is my literature review. Leaders from nonprofit organizations are actually not using Twitter to its maximum potential. They're just using Twitter for the sake of using Twitter because it's a trend. So they're not using Twitter to send out messages to their audience, to communicate with them, but rather it's just more for informational purposes. And also the use of social networking technology is still very much underappreciated. Many organizations still refrain from using social networking within the workplace because they are afraid of switching to new ways of communication. Leaders from advocacy groups are also increasingly using social media to engage with their citizens, but it is also seen that emailing is still the most preferred communication method. PR practitioners are also finding the need to shift to new communication technologies because they have to be up to date with happenings. If not, they would be irrelevant or outdated in the world of media. So this is my research gap. As mentioned, as you can see in my literature review, previous studies have shown that there is an increasing use of social media in recent times, but we have really yet to find out why organizations are not using social media within the workplace in much depth. These are my research questions. What types of channels are used by leaders for communication with employees in the workplace? What are the purposes of use for each communication utilized in the workplace? And the advantages and disadvantages of using such channels? And to what extent do leaders perceive the use of social media as an effective internal communication channel? This will be my methodology. I'll be using the quantitative method, which will be the online questionnaires. They'll be sent to 20 individuals comprising of 10 leaders and 10 subordinates from a company which I have yet to select. These 20 individuals will be selected using the non-random sampling technique, which is snowballing. Snowballing is basically a technique that involves using existing contacts to recommend potential respondents for my research study. So in this way I'll be able to save time. I don't actually have to go and scout for potential respondents. And also a software called SPSS will be used to analyze the data collected from these online questionnaires. And also assignment 3, I'll be presenting it in the format of a full-color magazine. It will be written in a formal manner and will comprise of what I've learned from weekly lectures, tutorials, and also my readings. That's a question that I've chosen as topic 2, and it will be on the processes of emotion in the workplace using the cultural approach.